Hello and welcome to the very first official ByteBox Media podcast. I'm Danny J, lead developer here at ByteBox Media, and I thought it was a really good idea to maybe start off 2022 with a new development podcast series. Now, I can't guarantee when we can keep these podcasts rolling out, but I'm hoping we can do one at least once a month. And we might just do a few more than that. We might even try and get them in fortnightly or weekly. Just keep you guys updated on what exactly it is that we're doing here at ByteBox Media in relation to our products as well, such as Game Launcher Creator V2 and Game Patch Creator as well. So, yes, what date are we on today? It is the 15th of December, so we're coming up for Christmas, so a nice and early start on the first podcast. I feel like it's important that we do these kind of podcasts to keep you guys in the loop. And you know, we have quite a big user base, and I think that it's really good that I think it's really good for both us and the users to to get updates like this because we're working quite a lot of the time. We're working 6 days a week mostly, and we're just coding. We're doing a lot of coding, and we're facing a lot of challenges. We're doing a lot of stuff, and then obviously we've got the company to run as well. We do a lot of work behind the scenes, not just in the Discord server, but we have customer support, emails to deal with, all the technical stuff for the patch servers. We've got the websites to maintain, the marketing, everything goes into it. There's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes, as well as focusing on developing the products themselves as well. So I feel like it's a really good idea to do a podcast just to keep you guys updated as to what we're doing. And maybe doing, some fancy stuff like some showcases, because we have had some users doing some really good stuff with their launchers, some really innovative stuff, and some really nice looking launchers as well. It's surprising what you can do when you put your mind to it. So the first thing I wanted to touch on this very first podcast, which I feel is quite a high priority subject, and that is the Game Launcher Creator V2 DLC add-on development. So if you're not familiar with what the add-on development is, basically, it is a new DLC add-on which will plug into Game Launcher Creator V2. You're not obliged to get it; it's completely optional. And even when it's released, it will be based on a monthly subscription, so you can cancel at any time. You don't have to, pay massive amounts of money just for to get access to these new features. But if you're wondering, the reason why we went down the DLC add-on route is because we already went down the Kickstarter route. And we literally missed it by not even much. I think we missed it by about $200 or something like that. It was crazy. So if we'd have hit that, then that's the route that we would have gone down. But unfortunately, we literally missed out at the very last second on that. So the only way that we can work as a company, developing new features, is to create something like a DLC add-on. Hopefully you'll understand that's the reason why. However, none of this affects Game Launcher Creator V2 itself. All the base features are still in there. We will still be maintaining those base features. And along the way, we will be still throwing in some new free features to GLC V2 as well. Every single feature that comes along, we're not going to specifically throw it into the DLC. It's just that these features that are part of the DLC are quite big features, so they take a very long time to develop. Well, some of them take a very long time to develop and integrate. It takes a lot of work, a lot of coding, a lot of testing. So I wanted to touch base on that first of all today, the DLC add-on, which again I feel is the most important thing. So as you can see at the minute, we have a current back account of 19, so a massive special thank you to all the supporters that we've had so far using this. Now, the initial deadline for the DLC was November, but as always, optimistic. It's not going to be that now. At the minute, we've set it for the end of January. 2022. And that just gives us enough time to ensure that we've got at least most of the main features developed and tested, and then we can do an official release, so then you can access it yourself. However, if you've already pledged to one of the special tiers, then you'll already have access. So we have a group of people that already have access to the DLC, and they can test and check out those features themselves. So let me just quickly skim over where we're up to on the development progress. So you can see the overall development progress is around halfway now. So let's check out these features, and let's just touch base on what it is that they're going to do. So the first one, and the most wanted feature, is the Chromium Webkit. So basically, at the minute, GLC v2 uses a Microsoft library to display websites and web pages inside your launcher. Now, the reason we opted for this originally was because it's a Microsoft a library or a component. We knew it was going to be compatible across all Windows computers. So that's the reason why we opted for that, is because obviously when you build your launcher and you give it out to your players or your users, you want to ensure that everything works correctly. So the only way we could do that originally was to develop it in the Microsoft web component. But now, unfortunately, Microsoft have give up with the web component in favour of the Edge switchover, and I believe the Edge has even switched over to Chromium now as well. So even though the web view component still works inside GLC v2 to display basic web pages, you can't really use any fancy stuff such as HTML5 or CSS3 or any CSS tricks per se. So we have to develop the Chromium Webkit. Now, the Chromium Webkit is coming along all right. It's a very, very big WebKit. This is the other problem that we've got, is if you want to be able to distribute your launcher with the Chromium Webkit add-on, then it's going to increase your launcher size by 90 megabytes, and there's absolutely nothing that we can do about that. Literally nothing we can do about that, because them library files need to be included. So, there's means and ways. I mean, once we could maybe look at, once we've built the launcher, we could maybe try and compress it and see if that works. So there are a few options on the table to see what we can get to work and how we can get it to work. So yeah, but that's still in development at the minute. We have a lot of licenses to sort out for that as well. So it's not just a case of building the WebKit directly into GLC v2 and the launchers. We have to deal with licensing and stuff as well. So yeah, we're kind of halfway on each of those at the minute. The game tools and scripts, this one here is all about, we've got some developers on board that are developing some tools and scripts for your favourite games, such as Valheim, GTA, Minecraft, and just other the popular games that people use to build launchers with with Game Launcher Creator. There's going to be lots of tools and scripts coming out, and they'll be available as part of the DLC, so you'll be able to access them straight away. The icon compiler, this was a fun one. So we did get it to work, the coding that we built in, because basically we have to recompile the binary. So basically we take out, we get into the binary that's compiled from the launcher, and what we do is we replace the icon inside the launcher with your custom icon, but then we have to format all the other sizes as well. So if you import, say, a 256 by 256 icon, we have to then whittle that down and resize all the other available icons. So we did get it to work originally, but the problem is it was taking away it was corrupting some of the binary in the launcher. So we're about 90% complete on this. We just have to link up and figure out where the corruption's coming from. So yeah, it's something and nothing. It's just a matter of time. We just have to keep developing on that and keep testing it to see what we come through. But it's to the average user that might seem like a simple feature, but when you're coding something like this, it's quite advanced, because you're actually recompiling the binary, and that's not an easy feat at all. We've got the image carousel here. The image carousel is going to be built into GLC v2 as part of the DLC, so you'll literally be able to chuck in a load of images and videos as well, and you'll be able to show them in a carousel which can turn like a slideshow inside your launcher, and you'll be able to link them up as well with clickable links. So you could have like a slideshow banner, and when the user clicks on it, it'll take them to a specific website or a web page, or whatever you need it to do. Download buttons. This says 90%, but it's actually 100%. In fact, no, it's not. It's 90%. It is complete. The download button is complete. The reason why there's 10% remaining is because I'm going to add in some customization for the download dialog that pops up, so you can customize that as well. But yeah, that feature is pretty much complete, and we've got people who are part of our beta pledge are already able to access that and use it. Button sounds and tooltips. So basically, if you want sound effects when your user hovers over a button and clicks it, then it'll play that sound effect. And also we're going to implement tooltips so that when your user hovers over a button, it can display a tooltip, which is basically just a string of text telling the user all about that button. The custom updater, basically this add-on will enable you to customize the built-in updater. So that's not AOPS, that's the actual built-in update system where, the basic one where you can just check the remote version against the local version and then download an installer. At the minute, it's just a prefab screen that you can't really do anything with. So you'll be able to customize that update screen yourself. The cursor finger hover, that's already completed and that's already done. So basically you can change the mouse icon when the user hovers over a button. At the minute it uses the Windows finger icon, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to code it in so you can import a custom icon as well. So yeah, that's a pretty handy little feature, no pun intended. Query strings plus, so basically you're taking the query strings that exist inside GLC v2 and you're able to add new stuff on. So for example, you could ask the user for the username, and then you'll be able to send that as a variable on the end of your query string. So if you're going to query a PHP file or an SQL server via PHP, you'll be able to send along those variables along with the query string, and you'll also be able to display an image return instead of just text. So yeah, plenty of options available there for that. The custom Minecraft login, so we're going to also develop an add-on which allows you to customize the Minecraft login screen, because at the minute, again, it's just a standard GLC v2 login screen, which is username, password, a checkbox, and then connect. So it's quite high in demand from our users that they're saying, well, we want to be able to customize the login screen as well. So that feature will be coming as well. The multiple choice launch, this is a great feature. So basically, you can give your player options. So when, rather than just clicking play and then it launches a game and you can send command lines, with the multiple choice launch, you can display a dialogue which lets the user, gives the user how many options you want to give them to choose from, and then you can send different command lines to your game then, which will say the user has selected this mod, for example. So we need to you need to play this game with these mods loaded up. Again, there's some documentation available on that actually. If you go into the Discord and go into the development news channel, you'll find it in there. Or if you go on the website, you can go up to development news and check it out under there as well. The GPC integration, this is 99% complete. So basically, the mechanic of it is 100% complete. The 99% just means the 1% that's remaining is just a couple of touch-ups. But yeah, so if you now own GLC v2 and you own Game Patch Creator, which is our other product, you can now display your Game Patch Creator status, patching status, directly inside your GLC v2 launcher. And the best thing is you can customize it as a complete page just like you would with your launcher, so you can literally display it however you want. You can put in buttons and web views and all sorts. You can do whatever you want. Maybe even pop in a video So yeah, it's this DLC is coming along really well. Again, I do estimate it's end of January, but I mean, to be honest, I still think that's being a bit optimistic. But again, this is the reason why we've got these podcasts on the go now. This is one of the reasons anyway, so we can keep you guys posted on the development and how we're getting along with that. Because I do want to keep you informed and keep you up to date with what it is exactly that we're working on. Now, the pledge system is now available until the end of January. So if you want to access these features early, you can get these now. You can get these from the beta supporter upwards. If you choose the early adopter, you basically will get the release. As soon as it's released, you'll get access to it, and you'll get the first 6 months for free. Now, the reason why the early adopter is better than just waiting for the release is the fact that when it is released, for the first, I think it's 3 weeks we went with, it'll only be available to the early adopters. So it won't be available to anyone who's not an early adopter. But yeah, beta supporter onwards seems to be the popular ones because this gets you access to the DLC now as we're building these features, so you can actually put them into your launcher and test them out. They're not guaranteed, to work flawlessly. They are, sometimes they might be a little bit buggy, but you'll be part of the beta group, so you'll be able to tell us, hey, something's wrong with this feature. It's not working the way it should be working, and we can get on that and get it fixed and get it polished. Up to now, we seem to be doing really well. There's no bugs with the download file feature and stuff. So if you do take out any of these pledges, you must make sure you open a verification ticket inside our Discord server so we can get you verified and we can get you access to the backstage area if we need to, and we can add your GLC v2 license to the DLC database so you can access all those features. But yeah, there's 46 days left on that to pledge. The sooner you pledge, the quicker you get access to whatever it is that you need to access. And again, I just want to say a massive special thank you to all the people that have donated to us and pledged towards the DLC development already. Your donation is very, very appreciated, and we can only thank you as much as we can. I can thank you till the cows come home every single day. I can just keep thanking you because it means a lot. Not just because of the pledge donation award. It means a lot because when people donate and pledge towards the DLC, it kind of brings a little warm feeling to you that people have got trust. And people have got confidence that we can do this, and we know we can do this. It's just literally a matter of time and keeping our heads buried in development and programming to keep developing these kind of features. So thank you very much once again. So yeah, it's coming up for Christmas. So I hope that we can throw out some sales exclusively coming up for Christmas because I'm a big fan of Christmas. I do like Christmas a lot, so it's always the best time to catch me is probably around Christmas. I remember last Christmas, I was doing a thing on around Christmas where it was like I was playing Santa, so people would message me going, "Hey, can you give me 50% off on such a thing?" And I was like, you know what, it's quite cheeky that, so I'm not going to give you 50% off, but here's 30%, take that. So yeah, I'm always down for stuff like that. I love Christmas, and I love sharing, and I love giving, so hopefully all you guys will have a good Christmas and enjoy it with your families and friends. And another thing as well is, which I always pledge around Christmas time, is that nobody should ever be lonely, and I hate to think that anybody's lonely if you don't have any friends or family around Christmas. Come and join our Discord server. I'm about most days. The support staff are around and all the other users are around. Let's get involved, chuck some stuff in the open lounge, let's have a good chat, especially on Christmas Day. If you find yourself on your own, you're not going to be on your own. Jump into our Discord server and we'll make it a good day, because I just don't like the fact that some people may be spending Christmas alone It breaks my heart to think about stuff like that. So yeah, we're always about in the Discord server. All you got to do is come and join us for Christmas. But yeah, so Game Patch Creator as well. On going on to Game Patch Creator now, you'll notice that if you are a GLC V2 user, you should have had an email a couple of weeks ago with a special code on to give you access for a bigger discount on the patch servers. I think it was patch servers, or was it the products? I can't remember now. But there will be a sale coming up for Game Patch Creator. That will be, and that will be exclusive to GLC V2 users only. So only you guys that own Game Launcher Creator V2 will get access to those discount codes. Again, because it's Christmas, I like to give stuff away. Like to give it away as cheap as possible, so people can grab a hold of these development tools at a much cheaper rate. Because at the end of the day, Christmas is a nice time of the year, and it should always be a nice time of the year. What else have we got? So going into 2022, we've got a lot lined up for ByteBox Media. A lot. The first thing I need to do is go through the custom programming tickets, which I've not been able to do over the last 4 or 5 weeks. And the reason being, well, a bit longer than that, last 2 months, I think. And the reason being is because, one, recently I've been dealing with GLC V2 and the updates. And prior to that, I was ill for quite a few weeks, about 3 or 4 weeks in total. I was really, really ill. I was on antibiotics and all sorts. So yeah, it's not been the best of autumns going into winter, but I'm back up on my feet now. We're developing, we're going strong. We've got great ideas for next year, fantastic ideas for next year, and I don't mean like waiting till the end of next year to see these ideas. I'm talking like ideas that are going to be going from January, because there's a couple of bits we want to touch up on before we leave December, but when January comes, it's a whole new year and there's a whole new direction for the company and for the products as well. You're going to see a lot more coming out of the woodwork within a short space of time. So one of the things I do want to touch base on regarding that is the marketplace. So the marketplace is something that a lot of users have been asking for, which I fully agree with. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to develop a marketplace online. If you are an artist or a sound composer, or you're just really good with GLC or whatever, but it's not just for GLC, it's for anything game development related. You'll be able to upload your work to sell on the marketplace to other developers. So for example, if you're a 3D modeler and you design 3D models for Unity or Unreal, you'll be able to upload them. It's just like all the other marketplaces, but what you got to remember is, you might think to yourself, well, why is yours going to be a good marketplace over Unity's marketplace or Unreal's marketplace? And you got to remember that we have a big user base of gamers and game developers. So, yeah, it might not be a big enough marketplace as them guys, but it's just another option for you as a developer to be able to get your assets out there so people can buy them. So that's definitely something that's going to be launching in the first quarter of 2022. And we're going to integrate the marketplace directly inside GLC V2 as well, so you'll be able to design and sell launcher templates for GLC V2. So yeah, it's definitely something to look forward to. The rest I can't quite elaborate on right now because there's quite a few things still under wraps. But again, this is why I created these podcasts, because going forward from now, I'll be able to keep you updated on new stuff that's coming, what we're currently working on and developing. New and exciting ideas that are coming along all the time. There's not really much more for me to touch base on right now. I'll probably get another podcast out before next week, before Christmas, just keep you guys updated on where we are, because I'm going to have to take some time off over Christmas, to spend with the kids and spend with family and friends. Obviously, I'll still be around for customer support emails, and processing orders and all the important stuff. I'll still be here for that. But yeah, I definitely need to take a week or two off over Christmas. I feel like it's well deserved after this year. But this year's been really, really good year. Really good year. We've attained many more new users for GLC V2, which is great. Um, and yeah, new ideas are coming up all the time. The company wise, we're structuring things in a much better manner. Trying to get new stuff developed. We're trying new angles for customer support so users can get better and faster customer support. Although we do a pretty good job in the Discord, I have to say. Especially XPG, that guy works around the clock in the Discord. He's literally Discord bound. So yeah, I've got to take my hats off to XPG. He rules the roost over at Discord. He's got things covered. He does really well in helping people out, which is good because that's all he's ever done. He's just, since he came on board quite a long time ago now, 2 years, 3 years. The guy's been around and he's helped us out tremendously, and I mean tremendously. So a massive thank you to XPG for all the work he does in our Discord server. But yeah, there is lots and lots to look forward to. So thank you very much for checking out this podcast. I'm going to upload this to our official ByteBox Media YouTube channel. So probably the best thing to do is just subscribe to that, and then you'll just get a notification then, won't you? Next time there's a new podcast release, and you'll be able to check it out directly from YouTube. So yeah, once again, thank you very much for that. A final pledge to all you users out there, that if you, we are looking for pledges still. We need to keep the ball rolling on the pledge system. So I highly advise you to jump on the pledge system before the timer runs out, because once it runs out, then we have to take all these pledges away, and then you'll just have to wait for the official release of the DLC then. So yeah, the beta supporter upwards seems to be the popular choice because people can access the features early on. So yeah, definitely pledging a massive end of year pledge to you guys to get behind the DLC development project so we can get these features smashed off, out, tested, and ready for release. So if you don't listen to the next podcast, which is absolutely fine, I hope you guys have a fantastic Christmas, and I hope everybody is well, and I hope all the family's well, and I hope you have a really good entry into 2022 for the new year. And I will see you guys in the Discord server. Thank you very much.